Parents fighting back. Next. And welcome to the Stan Simpson Show, a program about Connecticut people and compelling issues. Make it a point to drop in every week. There is still a buzz about the Tanya McDowell story. The Bridgeport mom arrested for illegally sending her child to a better school in Norwalk. But the real story here is about parent advocacy and their frustration in providing their child with a quality education. Parents and parent advocate Millie Arsenagas and Danielle Smith are in studio to talk about the movement to empower parents. In our second segment, we'll talk about men behaving badly. Our relationship guru, Pastor T.C. Brantley, is back. He stops in for a candid talk about men and their libido. I said it. Then we'll wrap things up with a little hocus pocus. Emerging magician and comedian Brian Miller talks about his life trying to make it in the entertainment business. But first, parents are rising up. We have Millie Arsenagas. I got that right? Practice all whole show long. Parent advocate here in Hartford. We have Danielle Smith, director of the Connecticut Black. I always both the names. Mm-hmm. Give it to me again.
Black Alliance for Educational Options.
Yeah, Black Alliance for Educational Options. Two parent advocates. You're a parent. You're not a parent. How does a non-parent get involved in parent issues?
I came from the perspective of having gone through the Connecticut public schools and a real commitment to wanting to give back. I was born and raised in Waterbury, so I went through the Waterbury school system, K through 12, and I watched my parents make so many sacrifices, and as I watched them navigate it, there were lessons along the way. So it was always in me to come back and do this work.
This Tanya McDowell story to me is fascinating. We know every year there are parents who live in one city who sneak their kids into a different area, better school. Never have I heard of a parent being arrested for such. What were your thoughts when this went down, when she's arrested, and what should be done about this?
The moment I seen it, I thought it was just absurd.
Why?
It was absurd because, first of all, she was homeless, and she was doing the best she could with what she had. And she wanted the best for her child. You know, every parent wants a quality education. The last time I looked, Connecticut has the largest achievement gap. And what are we doing about that?
But rules are rules, right? She breaks a rule. Let's throw these parents in jail, teach them a lesson, not just bring their kids where they don't belong, Danielle. Isn't that the way it should be?
So it's really interesting how and when we enforce rules. Earlier this session, the legislative session ends this week, and there were several parents and parent advocates talking about why we needed to overhaul completely the way in which we finance education and go to a student-based budgeting model. And there were opponents of that mode of thinking who made these clear arguments for why we couldn't calculate a per-pupil expenditure because it just wasn't possible. There were hidden costs. There was no way of doing it. And suddenly, a mom chooses to put her child in a district, and she doesn't technically belong to that district, and that district can calculate an exact amount that they want to sue her for. So we seem to have a double standard about how we want to discuss the financing of education in our state. And we need to just fix the whole system.
But here's a mom, an urban mom. We know all the stereotypes there about urban moms. They don't care about their kids. They put it secondary. Why I think that story is so fascinating. You have an urban mom who's showing she'll take whatever it means for her to do to get the best education for her child. Now here's Fox Connecticut's George Cawley actually talked to Ms. McDowell at court after her appearance. Here's what she had to say.
Tanya, can we get a comment at all about how you feel about the rally today?
I'm excited.
You're excited about it? Have you talked with Reverend Sharpton at all before today?
No.
And what do you think about all the support that you're getting? I mean, it's got to be a little bit overwhelming.
I need all the support I could get just for my son.
And tell us, how is your son doing?
He's hanging in there.
He's got school break, summer break coming. Is there, what are the expectations? What's he saying about that?
Well, after summer break, he'll be enrolling into a summer camp just to keep him busy. He loves school. He enjoys school. He just missed going to Brookside, that's all.
How is it that you explain to him what's going on? I mean, what's those conversations like?
Just tell him the truth. They kick you out, and that's it.
And Mr. Bryant, do you want to make any comments at all about the rally today and what you're expecting?
We're looking forward to the rally today. We're looking forward to hearing Reverend Sharpton, as usual, to hear his opinion about what everything is going on. It's going to be a beautiful day. We hope everyone comes out to hear what he has to say. He'll be speaking at 6:15 sharp. So people who want to hear him speak, make sure you're there by 6:15.
And have you had any conversations with him about this case?
A lot of elements here. Class, race, urban, suburban, property tax, right? These schools are funded by taxes, right? The rich towns have better schools, the poor ones don't, right? So at the end of the day, what's the solution to all this?
The solution is to make all of our schools quality schools.
How do you do that if you have inequity in how you fund them?
Well, what we've been doing for years, we've been sending our kids out. I mean, we have the open choice system
in Hartford,
to send our kids to supposedly better schools. But what's happened in Hartford most recently is we want to make our schools good and our communities good, because ultimately that's how you make communities better and schools better. You have to invest in them. So I think that's one way to get started. Mm-hmm. And then as far as the legislator, they need to take bolder moves.
Like what? Give me one bold move.
With the teachers union. They need
like what? Give me an example.
Need to stand up to the teachers union on teacher evaluation, last in, first out. You know, we don't even know if we have when we leave our child in our classroom, we don't know if we have an effective teacher or not.
Is that your biggest frustration as a parent?
That is my biggest frustration with.
What is yours, Daniel? Biggest frustration?
My biggest frustration is that we block the pathways to creating and sustaining great options for kids. We find things that are working. I would directly challenge this idea that we don't know what's working or that we just need to spend more money, because we've got schools that are spending on average $2,500 less per pupil that are getting remarkable results. So we just need to fully fund the high-quality options that we have, expand those, support our districts that are turning around, but also support options that are autonomous schools, that are in our state, that are also public schools. And the sooner we do that, the sooner we will get to a place where someone like Tanya doesn't have to send her child across district lines because she's afraid that they will not have a quality education right in their backyard.
What's your gut tell you on why Ms. McDowell was arrested in this case? Because it is a rare example to arrest someone. What's your gut tell you?
My gut tells me it was in a suburban town, and they wanted to make an example out of her. They wanted to use her as an example. You don't cross the lines, or you know what? You're going to jail.
Is it going to backfire? That tactic?
I think that remains to be seen, but what it does do is it creates opportunities for this conversation. I think it could come at no better time. Like I said, these conversations have been had in the legislature. We have our new governor saying that on the top of his priority in terms of education are a wide range of things. But one of those things is making sure we get our school finance system right. And I just think that this is a perfect year for us to have had such an obvious example of how broken the system is. And hopefully we will see justice for Tanya, but not just that. We won't have to see a repeat of this exact situation playing out because we've done nothing again. She
becomes the de facto face on this whole achievement gap issue, right? Ms. McDowell. All right, we're going to have you back. Millie R. Sinigas, got it right. Danielle Smith, always good to hear from you guys. Advocates on the front lines, we appreciate that. When we come back, folks, we're going to have our relationship expert, Pastor T.C. Brantley. We'll talk about men behaving badly and what they can do about their libidos. Don't forget to catch the show 24/7 at ctnow.com/stand. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, too.